Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Hello everyone, welcome to the broadcast. My name is Gobind and this is your Channel for Grace. I am so happy to be here today. I hope you guys have been enjoying my Leo season videos for all of the signs. So far, we have released Leo, Aquarius, Virgo, Pisces, Libra, and Aries. I just released right before I went live. So I'm so excited about those videos. I think you guys are really enjoying them. And there are some really beautiful comments that I'm receiving from the video. So thank you for appreciating them. And I will keep them coming. And from now on, I will be doing those every time the season changes. So thank you again for being here on the channel. And if you would like to get a mini reading tonight, you can sign up by clicking the link in the description of the video. It is $25 sent to my PayPal, and you can choose from an astrology reading, which can include a natal chart reading, a transit reading, a progress chart reading, and I can even do synastry readings here on the channel as well for mini readings. That means putting two charts together and looking at the energies between the two people. And it doesn't have to be a romantic connection, but it can be. It can also be like mother-daughter, brother-sister, whatever you want to know more about the relationship and the way it works. Before we get started into the readings, I know we just got one person on the list, so the list is wide open, you guys. I want to remind you guys to make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you are new to the channel. By the way, I haven't even announced it, but we finally reached 4,000 subscribers a couple of days ago. So I'm really excited about that, and more people have been subscribing recently. So thank you guys and welcome to this beautiful community. Make sure to follow our social media platforms, which are on MeWe and Telegram. And it's basically Channel for Grace on Telegram, Channel for Grace on MeWe, and also a group called Channel for Grace Starseed Soul Tribe on MeWe. So if you want to stay connected, that's a really good way. The other really awesome way to stay connected is to download my free moon astrology guide, which tells you what your psychic gifts are based off of your moon sign. And then it enters you into my email list, and I send out a weekly moon magic report which gives you the astrology for the week. So that is what is going on this week. If you want a starseed reading, you can book on my website, channelforgrace.guru, or any other offerings. You can find them on my website, and any other information and important things happening is in the description. Also, I do want to say hi to everybody that's in the chat. But also, there is a really amazing deal happening this week. It's like a BOGO deal. It's like buy one, get one free with doTERRA essential oils. And you guys know I recently started to be a wellness advocate with doTERRA and sharing these beautiful oils. And also, we just finished our challenge, our essential oils challenge, which was amazing. So if you were on the fence and you need a little sort of inspiration, this is really an amazing deal that they're having this week. And I put a link in the description of this video so you can go check it out, the oils that actually come in the package. And then it's like you buy 5 of them and you get 7 of the oils free. And they are like the big bottles, the 15 milliliter bottles. So if you want to try these things out, this is really the opportunity to do so. Welcome in Hathor's Champion to the chat. Hello, Silver Star Priestess. Welcome. Hello, Warrior of Light. So excited to be here. I know. Thank you, Silver Star Priestess. I'm really excited. And look at these, you guys. I have them all together, but these are basically the Starseed roller bottles. And my green screen has been super acting up, but maybe if I put it close enough, it's kind of cool the way it is. This is the Ophiuchus Starseed bottle. This is the Sirius Starseed blend. We've got Arcturus. We've got Andromeda. Oh my God, this is like making me so excited. We've got Orion. We've got the Lyran Starseeds. And last but not least, the Pleiades. I'm actually going to put this one on right now. The Pleiades oil has ylang ylang, bergamot, davana, jasmine essential oil, coconut oil, and also mica powder, which gives it a little awesome shimmer. Because they're starseed oils. And I'm almost ready to put these on the freaking Etsy shop. So I'm giving you guys a little preview. I'm also creating these spray bottles as well of each of them. And I'm laughing because the green screen is like blocking the image, but I'm going to spray some Andromeda. Oh my God. This one is like divine. So activating. Amazing. This one is made with Melissa, eucalyptus, Hawaiian sandalwood, and distilled water. So anyways, again, thank you everyone for supporting us here. And we are going to hop onto the readings. But first, I want to go check the PayPal link to make sure this person that got on the list is on my little list here that I have written down. And so we've got Heather is the first person on the list. Excited to finally can at least get your mini reading. Yes. Okay. So here's how this works. What I ask is for people to, when it's their turn, I'll call your name and I will ask you to put your question in the description. And then if you're getting an astrology reading, you want to make sure that you give me your birth information right away because I'm going to need to input that onto my system. Is that you, Silver Star Priestess? I love it. Okay, and I love that you had the first comment, Hathor's Champion. And also, so just let me know what your question is in the chat and if you want tarot or astrology, but the birth information that I need if you are getting an astrology reading is your date of birth, your time of birth, and the location of birth. If you don't know the time, that's okay, but I prefer that you know the time because otherwise it'll be a really long reading with me looking at all the energies of that day for you. So thank you, Silver Star Priestess. You are number 1 on our list. And when you're ready, go ahead and put up your question. And I do show you guys your chart on the screen. And I use my my iPad to do this. And so I just want to let you guys know that you do get to see your chart on the screen, and it's really, really awesome. And if you are getting a tarot card reading, I also have the Astro dice, which I will probably use today for the readings, for the tarot and astrology readings. I don't know if you knew this, but we are also having a full moon in Aquarius on Friday. And it's going to be a very beautiful, powerful moon. It is aligned with the fixed star called Altair. And Altair is the eagle star, the eagle's neck. So very, very powerful. All right, here we go. This is for Silver Star. We've got 328. And what kind of astrology reading did you want? 328 of 81 at 7:50 a.m. And if you've never watched these readings before, it's really fun to watch the readings in Murray, Utah. Did you want me to look at transits or... Yes, so there's different types of astrology readings that I can do. Have you ever looked at your natal chart? If you haven't, if you're not that familiar with it, I can do like a general reading. If you want me to look at how the transits are affecting you, that's a different reading. Or I can look at your progressed chart as well to see, you want me to pick? Well, do you need some guidance? Do you have a question? There's just something in your life that's going on. That would help me to see which chart will be the best to do. And while you're answering that question, I'm just going to share the screen with everybody and make sure that you guys can also see what I am seeing. Have you seen your chart? Are you familiar with it? Because sometimes it's really fun to just get to see the general energies. Okay, let me know when you guys can actually see the charts. There's a lot going on. Okay, so let's do a transit reading. See, that helps me because that is information that we can get to see what's actually happening. Progress. Okay, we can do progress, no problem. It's actually really fun to do progress charts. This might give us a lot of information too. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take an image of this, and if you haven't seen a progress chart, this is a treat. So here we are. Okay. When I look at the progressed chart, what we look at is the phase that the sun and the moon are in. That the sun and the moon are in the progressed chart, because their relationship tells us what part of the cycle you are in your life right now. So you could be on the new moon phase, or the waxing crescent, or the first quarter square, or the waxing gibbous, or the full moon phase, or the waning gibbous, or the third quarter square, or the balsamic moon, or the new moon phase. So depending on which phase you're in, that tells you a lot of information about what is happening in your life right now, because the progressed chart tells you about long periods of time. For example, the moon in a progressed chart takes 2.5 years to transit through the chart. So this is an energy that is sort of here to stay for a while. So let's see what this energy is for you. So you were born with your sun in the sign of Aries. However, your progressed sun is now in the sign of Taurus. It is also in your first house of the self. So you are on a journey now of really embodying this Taurus energy, which is the goddess. It is Venus. It is the groundedness energy of the Empress. It is learning about what is of value to you. It is also learning about what is what brings you your own sense of self-esteem and your grounding, and also about money and things like that. The other thing too is that your sun at this moment is aspecting, conjuncting your Chiron, which is the healing journey that you're on. So your healing journey is to learn what is of value to you, is to let go of the insecurity that you're not good enough. And with your sun in Taurus, you're actually going through that and experiencing that in a very beautiful way. It's activating this healing journey for you. Let's look at where your progressed moon is at. And your progressed moon is right here in the sign of Cancer, currently transiting your third house of communication. This is also the house of the High Priestess. I thought you would like to know that. This is the house of siblings as well. And this is also the house of channeling. Totally been saying that I'm feeling my Taurus and Empress stage. Yeah, there you go. There you go. You were born with the moon in Capricorn, though. So this is opposing, right? These two are opposing in your chart. So you may be feeling so much more emotional. And this was recent. The moon recently moved into Cancer. Here's the fun part. This is what I love about these charts. I want to see exactly when the moon moved into Cancer for you. Okay. So November of 2020 is when your progressed moon moved from the sign of Gemini into the sign of Cancer. And this is where things became way more emotional. Your feelings became more important to you. You began to notice that you care about people, maybe more than you used to. You began to notice that you are so much more connected to your heart, and what your heart truly desires is super important for you right now. And you're going through this journey, and it's a 2.5-year journey. And it's also opposing your moon in Capricorn, which means that there could be like that inner dilemma between, do I restrict my emotions like I'm used to doing, or do I allow myself to feel and experience this new world that is the emotions? The moon in Cancer is also a very nurturing energy. It is also the moon in its dignity, so very strong energy. And this is heightened intuition that you have been experiencing since November of 2020. I want to go a little further back, because your progressed moon is very close to your progressed sun, which means that it recently in terms of in the last few years, it was having a new moon phase. So I'm going to go back to where the moon was conjunct the sun, and we're going to look at where that was and what degree and what that means for you. Okay. So this is actually really cool. So let me tell you what I see. And let me take a picture of this and then go back to over here where I can actually draw on the chart for you guys. So this is what we're looking at right here. You've got sun and moon conjunct at 13 degrees and 37 or 36 minutes. Your rising sign is also at 13 degrees, but it's at 0 minutes, which means that even though visually we can see that the sun and the moon look like they're in the 12th house, they're actually not. Because of the minutes, they're actually in the first house. So, and this happened October 19th of 2017. What was going on in your life October 19th, 2017, and 2.5 years before that? Because those 2.5 years before October of 2017, you were going through your balsamic phase, which is the phase where the progress cycle is about letting go, releasing of anything that doesn't serve you. And I can say that the progressed moon during that time was transiting a little bit through the sign of Pisces, but a lot through the sign of Aries, which means it went over everything that you have in Aries. It went over your Venus, your Sun, your Mars, and your Eris, which is the hidden planet. During that time, also in your 12th house, which is intercepted for you, which means it's contained. Aries is contained within the 12th house. This was like letting go of completely, fully releasing and surrendering to the divine. There's really no other way to describe this transit of a dark moon or balsamic moon through the 12th house. I mean, it almost feels like you're dying, and it's like the death and rebirth, but the rebirth is like you're no longer human. You're like everything all at once. You're the universe. It's the 12th house is the house of enlightenment. The 12th house is the house of spiritual activation. So it was a spiritual activation for you. Oh my God, it was so crazy. Was trying to get my mind right and something switched. Was going through the dark night. Yep, there you go. But once 2017, October 2017 hit, it was a new moon. The new moon had arrived, and it was in your first house, just barely moved into your first house in the sign of Taurus. And so this means that it's a new beginning. It's so beautiful because the first house is the beginning, right? It rules the sign of Aries. It is the beginning of the astrological wheel. It is the first sign of the astrological chart. And it's a completely new beginning. You get to restart altogether. And that's what you've been doing since that day since October of 2017 is you started a whole new 28 and a half year cycle. So now you're kind of coasting. You're going to move up to where the moon is going to eventually square the sun. It's going to do this like square thing. And that's going to be, okay, now we begin with a challenge that arrives in your life that needs to be resolved. But that's not going to happen until with your sun currently in Taurus. It's going to happen Gemini, Cancer, when your moon moves into Leo. And that's going to be not for a while. So, but that's the next main phase of the progress chart. So what you're experiencing right now is whatever intentions you set, whatever new cycle you began in 2017, the seeds that you planted are beginning to grow. And maybe one of those seeds was you wanted more love in your life, or maybe one of those seeds was you wanted more nurturing in your life. And that now that's coming about. That's coming closer and closer to you, especially with this transit of the moon in Cancer. So there you go. That is a progressed chart reading, everyone. And if you are listening and you want a reading, the list is wide open, and I would love, love, love to read for you. So that's where we are at right now. Thank you so much for getting that reading. She says it explains so much. Yeah, there's nothing like the progress chart to like unravel years and years of a theme that's been going on in our lives. That's why I love the progressed chart readings. So for sure. Have you guys watched any of the individual videos? Does anybody have any feedback about those so far? If you're one of those signs, I'm curious to know what you guys are thinking about them. So make sure that you leave comments in the video so that I know like what you love about it, what can be done better. Like I'm open to anything, and now all suggestions, because I want to make sure that these become like super awesome and that you guys are getting exactly what you want to get out of them. So that's what is happening. So Silver Star says, started myself over practice and tarot and healing practice. Oh, nice. Wow, that's really cool. Yeah, I remember when I made the switch to like regular jobs and being employed by other people or other companies to working for myself. And I've like never looked back. There's no way that I could really go back and do those kind of jobs unless it was giving me something soulful. Like I was getting something soulful out of it. And that's what I remember. So I'm excited about this week because so tomorrow we'll have the Magic of Venus show. And by the way, if you're interested in getting a reading, the list is open. But tomorrow we're doing the Magic of Venus show, and I love that show. And I tell you all about the energy of Venus. Oh, okay, I get it. I get it. And what she's doing for the rest of the week. After this broadcast, I'm going to sit down and write the Moon Magic Report. And then it goes out tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. So if you're interested in getting the Moon Magic Report, then definitely make sure that you download the free Moon Astrology Guide before tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Pacific on the 21st. And then tomorrow night, we'll talk about Venus and her transit. And the really cool thing is that this Friday, like I mentioned, is a full moon. And yesterday I was watching, hey, Abby, welcome in. Yesterday I was watching the full moon from my balcony. And it was so bright and it looked like it had this beautiful halo. The list is open, by the way, if anybody wants to get a reading. But the moon looked like it had this really bright, beautiful halo around it. And I was just like, wow, that it's just blowing my mind that I can watch it from my balcony. Like I felt like Romeo and Juliet or whatever. I'm exaggerating, but I was just like, oh, I love this. Oh my God, I just love this because I'm on the second floor and it's just really fun. But anyways, that was just the best. And I can feel the energy of this moon. It is going to be lit. And it's the first of two full moons in Aquarius. Someone did just get on the list, so I'm going to go check. And make sure that I've got your name down. And then, let's see, it is, whoa, I don't know how to say that name. So, yes, okay, so sugar. And then let me copy this. So that I can find you later. What is your question? Yeah, I know. Where are you from? Where is your name from? Nadi Nasami. Oh, that's kind of cool. Nadi Nasami. I like it. And I'm probably butchering it. But what's your question? And do you want an astrology reading or a tarot reading? And we'll see what we got for you. But I'm just going to call you Sugar. Anyways, while we get your answer, I was just so amazed, but it means young girl. Interesting. So I was so amazed by the power of that full moon that I could feel, and I don't know if you guys are also feeling that energy as well. But I was like, oh my God. So on Thursday, oh beautiful, on Thursday. I am going to be doing the astrology for the full moon in Aquarius, and then from Malaysia. I love that. And then on Friday, we're going to be doing the ceremony. And is anyone, I feel like there's a few new people here. If you've never watched one of my full moon ceremonies or new moon ceremonies, like put up a little hand or an emoji in the chat. I'd love to know that you're new to the channel. And also, those ceremonies are amazing. And this one's going to be epic. I also play music. I'm a musician and I sing songs. And yeah, it's a treat to like gather together in this like online community in sacred space to celebrate like the energy of these new and full moons. Okay, so what I need from you is your birth info. So your date of birth, time of birth, and location of birth, city and state or city and country. And then I can pull up your chart on the screen. So that's the last piece of information that I need. And while you send that over, I'm going to get this ready to do your reading. Astrology reading, and see why I'm having a hard time with life, especially relationships. We can look at that. We should probably do a transit reading for everyone that is watching, that is curious about what a transit reading is. I know you guys sometimes have questions, but I feel like we can look at what energies are affecting you right now specifically. And if there is anything in your chart that says, yeah, that's going to cause like relationship problems or relationship drama or all that good stuff. So December 22nd of 1970 at 4 a.m. Malacca. So cool to like do, readings for people that are like across the world. So for some reason, am I not spelling it right? Where is Malacca? Let me actually look this up. Maybe we're not spelling it right. Sometimes it doesn't find it on the map, and I have to search for it. Malacca City. I'm just trying to make sure I got. Yeah, I should be correct. Malaysia. Maybe I spelled Malaysia wrong. I'm not really sure. Still trying to find it. Yeah, I spelled Malaysia wrong. Okay. Or Melaka, spelled like that. No, I didn't spell Malaysia wrong. But you want me to try spelling it as Melaka? I can do that as well. Malay. Oh, Bandaraya Melaka or Kota Melaka. Huh. Oh, in the state. Oh, Malacca City? Okay, maybe it's just missing the word city. Hold on. Nope. We'll keep trying. Let's try Malacca like this. Oh, that worked. See? You just have to keep trying until you figure it out. So let me make sure I got the details right. December 22nd, 1970 at 4 a.m. Okay, so we're going to do a transit reading for you. And we're going to talk about everything that is going on right now and how it's affecting you. And I'll talk about a little bit of the energies that are coming in. So my dear Sagittarius, Sagittarius sun at 29 degrees. I actually recommend you get a starseed reading from me. You might be surprised. That's a powerful sun. So you're a Sagittarius sun. Let's see what else we got here. Your moon is in Libra. Just need to look at some of the general energies. You're a Scorpio rising. Where's your Venus in Scorpio? Mars in Scorpio. Ooh, no worries. I have Mars in Scorpio too. I actually love Mars in Scorpio. I'm like, ooh, I know that intensity and I like that intensity. You also have Jupiter in Scorpio, so that's a lot. Hello, Justin. Welcome in. So, North Node Aquarius. Ooh, and South Node Leo. Very interesting. You're one of the people that are here to usher us into the Aquarian age. I love that. And it's in your fourth house. Your north node is in your fourth house of the home, which is home and family. And so you're here to focus on home and family and less on career, just so you know. So here we go. Let's look at what's happening right now, because I just noticed some very strong energies that have to do with relationships. And it has to do with let's talk a little bit about your sun. Because, yes, but since young, everyone says I am Capricorn because of my date of birth. So you're actually a Sagittarius, but you are on the cusp. So you may identify with Capricorn, but you're definitely a Sagittarius. Yes, exactly. So, but here's what's important about talking about your sun in Sagittarius. So last year, I believe it was around May, the nodes switched into North Node Gemini and South Node Sagittarius, which means that the South Node, which is currently, it's almost over with that transit, which is the transit of the ending in Sagittarius and moving into Scorpio, the South Node. It has been aspecting your sun because it is in the same sign, which means that in terms of your sense of self and your sense of identity, since last year in May, you've been feeling this sort of shift. Like there's a new energy that wants to emerge out of you. There's a new energy that wants to release and be free. 29 degrees of Sagittarius is like a freedom, but to the max. Is so ready. It's a mature freedom. It's like, I understand I need freedom and liberties, but at the same time to do the things that I like and that I enjoy. But at the same time, it's a mature energy, because the last degree of any sign in astrology, we call it a critical degree. So it's like a powerful, concentrated energy. This is also, your sun is on the galactic center, which is why I was recommending a starseed reading, because the galactic center, according to the Pleiades, is the black hole at this. It is the black hole at the center of the Milky Way galaxy, but it is also the ninth dimension, which is a portal by which many beings travel through, and it contains the Akashic of the history of our solar system and the history of our planets and our galaxy. So it's a very powerful point and very strong, and so there's a wisdom that lives within you. I call Sagittarius the wisdom keeper. So it's like, I just love that name. And they know, so they want freedom, because they understand that the freedom that they see in the world and that they desire in the world is really the freedom of how life really is. So the South Node has been asking you to change, to let go of the old parts of you that no longer serve you, so that you can reemerge as a new you, a new person, a new energy. By now, your progressed sun is most likely in Capricorn or Aquarius. So it has transitioned from this point, but still at heart, you are this very strong Sagittarius energy. Now, the other thing that's happening is that you were born with South Node in Leo in the 10th house of career. And you mentioned that you're having trouble with relationships. Venus is the planet that rules relationships. Mars is the masculine, or the energy that makes us take action. And these two energies are basically conjunct your South Node in Leo, which means that Venus, the planet of relationships, is asking you to revisit old karmic patterns, old karmic cycles that are, you need to revisit them, because you have to let go of the past and move forward to the future. I have been feeling like a lost soul since young, and it is getting worse since the last few years. Well, it's been really challenging for a lot of people, what's happening in the world in general. But there is your South Node is being affected right now by the planet of relationships. So that's going to bring up difficulty in relationships, because she's asking you to let go of the old stories. Let go of the past. Let go of, if you're always choosing the same types of relationships over and over and they're not working, are you learning something? What is it? What are you ready to let go of? What are you ready to release? Because there's something new that wants to show up in its place. And the focus for you is really more about, if you focus more on like how you can help humanity, which is the North Node in Aquarius, you're going to feel a shift. You're going to feel like, oh, I get excited about that. But also it is about learning that the important things are really found in the realm of home for you. And that might be outside of your comfort zone, because the North Node is outside of our comfort zone, and it is in your fourth house of the home. So you may often feel uncomfortable at home, but at the same time, something about it makes you feel really good. Something about it makes you feel at home. You're also supposed to think about the future and focus on the future. Yeah, focus on the future and let go of feeling like you have to be the center of attention, because South Node Leo is about there's a bad habit of wanting to be the center of attention, calling in too much attention to yourself. And so you have to go out there and see what everybody else is doing, make more connections with people, expand your networks of people, but in a way that is very comfortable for you, in a way that feels like home for you. So these are friendships and acquaintances and relationships that are more than just like a friend. They're like truly, it feels like a part of maybe of your like extended family. Those are the things that are really important for you. And the other thing too is that I can see here that's going on is that you were born with Chiron in Aries, and Chiron is transiting the sign of Aries. And so what you have recently gone through is your Chiron return. And recently, meaning it could have been in the last few years or so, but you're going through, this energy where Chiron returns to the same sign that it was when you were born, and that usually happens around 50 years old. And this is about your healing journey. Chiron is the wounded healer. In Aries, there's always an insecurity with Chiron. In Aries, it is feeling like you don't have an identity. And so what you just said about feeling like a lost soul is exactly what your journey is, to learn that you are not a lost soul, to learn that you have to find yourself. Chiron in Aries is a life journey to find yourself, to find out who you are, to find your courage, because Aries is about courage, to learn to take action, to not be afraid to take action in life. Also, Chiron in the fifth house is about creativity, to learn to be creative, to learn to listen to your intuition, to listen to your instincts. You may have a healing relationship also, or karmic healing having to do with children, maybe your own children or someone else's children or children in general. There's a healing energy there, healing your inner child. So you may have suffered trauma in your childhood, and part of the journey is to heal your inner child, to again let go of those insecurities that make you feel like you don't matter, that you don't have an identity, that you don't know who you are, because in the end you know exactly who you are. And the truth is that you have to remember your higher self, your soul. That part is always there supporting us any moment in our lives, no matter what we're doing, just kind of holding space. And we forget about that connection. We sever that connection when we doubt ourselves. We sever that connection when we forget that we are more than just a physical body. We are actually a spiritual being having a human experience. So you have to remind yourself of that. And within that human experience, you're remembering your own personal journeys to remember who you are. So that is what I got for you, my dear. Thank you for getting a reading. Interesting. Bad relationship with my mom, and that is what I need to heal. Yes, I could see that. can definitely see that, especially with that North Node in the fourth house. It's there is a need, there is a significance of letting go and moving forward. And you may just need to move forward to realize how to heal, because you don't want to keep going back towards the past. For sure. That's definitely not going to work. So that's what I got for you. Thank you again for getting a reading from me tonight. I appreciate it so much. Yeah, you're welcome. So the list is wide open. If anybody wants to get a reading, I should check. I don't know if anybody got on the list or not. These readings are pretty deep tonight. I can feel the support system of the planets and the stars right now. The sun is getting ready to move into Leo, you guys. Leo season is about to begin. Are you guys ready? Oh my God. I talked about this in my webinar, my summer solstice webinar, which I have on my course webpage. If you go to my website, channelforgrace.guru, you can click on courses or online courses and workshops. And I have so many things that I offer. And these are super affordable things, classes that I've done that are now available to just watch and learn. And if you want to learn astrology, I have a level 1 astrology course as well. We've got 5 modules for you. Ooh, you just saw a hummingbird? Oh, I love that. What is a starseed reading? So, a starseed reading is looking at your chart and looking at all of the connections between planets, angles, and asteroids to the fixed stars or the constellations. And there's mythology and ancient knowledge, hidden knowledge, secret knowledge, the mystery schools of Isis, ancient Atlantis, ancient Lemuria. There's connections to all of these starseed families like the Lyrans, the Ophiuchus, the Andromedans, the Pleiades, the Sirius, the Orions. And you have connections to these sacred ancient energies. And when we do a starseed reading, it's like uncovering a whole new perspective of your soul, a cosmic perspective of your soul. And we can tap into where you've had past lives. What is your starseed mission? What are you here to do on this planet at this time? What did you choose? And it helps you remember, right? It's an aspect of remembering who you are. That's what the starseed readings are. That's like my main jam. I love the starseed readings. They really blow people's minds. It's just like next level type of understanding. Been following you for quite some time. Oh, well, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Hummingbirds are amazing. So if no one else gets on the list, I think we can finish for the evening. But I will be back tomorrow for the Magic of Venus show. I am going to probably go ahead and go write the newsletter now and go watch some of my monthly videos that I put out. Like, these are brand new. I've never done them before. So give me feedback in the comments of the videos. I want to know what you guys think about them and whether you love them and what you love most about them and what you're receiving and how you're connecting to the energy. So thank you again for being a part of this channel. I love you guys. Exactly, right? We all say the same thing. I agree with you. Hello, Dawn. Definitely something I'll eventually purchase at some point. You're the only person I'd go for that. That's really sweet. So I'm going to be doing a special for August. So be on the lookout for that, because my starseed essential oil blend, like rollers and spray bottles, are basically coming out this week. I'm getting ready to officially put them on the Etsy shop. So you can purchase them separately, but I'm going to do a special in August where anyone that purchases a starseed reading is going to get a free roller. And it'll be a surprise because obviously it depends on which starseed you are, but I'm going to choose the one that I think you best need you need best in this moment that will help you to do like whatever healing it is that you need to do. But it'll be based off of your reading. So August is going to be a good day for you guys to sign up for those readings. Oh, I love you too. Yes. So thank you guys, and I will see you guys tomorrow night.